Who needs fossil fuels when you're sitting on a volcano with enough geothermal energy below ground to heat and power most homes in Iceland? The Hellisheidi plant has led the way in clean energy, with carbon emissions 20 times lower than coal power. Now they're working on something that could be even bigger.
This is the first step of our carbon capture chain. This is essentially an oversized soda stream machine. This is where we
Here the carbon is dissolved into water. Then in these futuristic igloos, the liquid is injected into basalt deep underground. 2 years later, it's become part of the rock.
Currently, they're managing to inject around 12,000 tonnes of carbon into the rocks each year. That's about a third of the emissions from the plant here, or as an equivalent, about the same as emissions from 6,000 cars in a year. But the potential is so much greater.
These rock formations are elsewhere in the world. 5% of the continents are made up of this type of volcanic rock that can do this very quickly. And other types of rock could do it as well.
And once the carbon is there, how long will it stay there for?
Thousands or millions of years. So it's for our practical purposes, our timescale, the timescale of climate change, that is permanent storage.
But this technology isn't cheap or quick, and Icelanders are looking at simple solutions too.
This is a small pine plantation that I planted in the late 1990s.
Adelstein is on a mission to replace trees destroyed by the Vikings and to make Iceland green with species that take in and store or sequester high levels of carbon.
These are wet, cold, black deserts.
And with only 3 Icelanders per hectare, he says there's space to make a change.
It could have a sizable impact because already with only 0.5% of the country with planted forest, we're already sequestering almost 10% of what Icelanders are releasing annually. If we were to do tenfold that, we would be taking 100%.
So Iceland would be carbon neutral?
We could become carbon neutral that way.
There's no single answer to the climate crisis, but these could be 2 pieces of a puzzle that we're running out of time to solve. Tessa Chapman, 5 News in Iceland.